Amy Macdonald, welcome to the Spencer Dispenser.
Hi.
Are you related to our breakfast presenter, Spencer Macdonald?
I'm not, but I did notice that it was the same spelling as well, which is very unusual. I never ever come across McDonald's with an MAC small d. So maybe we are in some way.
How do you get in the mood to write songs?
I just have to feel inspired by anything really. It can be things that have happened to me or things that have happened to my friends or anything like that. I always want to write about something that has meaning and I want to write about stuff that's important. So I kind of wait for the inspiration to hit me and then I start to write.
What is your latest release, Statues, about?
Statues is actually a song about where I grew up, all the memories I have of the street where I used to live, of the house where I used to live, and all the memories I have from my childhood, basically. It's a very emotional song for myself and for my parents and my sister, just because we think back as soon as we hear it and we think of all the times we had and my first ever house. So it's probably something a lot of people can relate to because we all have those vivid memories of our childhoods and of our life when we were young.
What is your fondest childhood memory?
My fondest childhood memory is, I think, Christmas 1991 or two it was, and my sister and I asked for a dog for Christmas. And we went down the stairs on Christmas morning and turned on the light in the living room. And there was a little miniature schnauzer puppy sat in a whiskey box, and he was just looking over the sides. And we called him Jackson after Michael Jackson, and he was with me all the way until I was 18 years old, and I was devastated to lose him, but happy for all the wonderful memories that he gave me.
Did you meet anybody famous as a child?
As a child, I am not sure if I met anybody famous. I mean, there was always probably like football players that played in Scotland that you'd maybe see when you went shopping and things like that. But there's nobody that I can think of off the top of my head.
How are you staying sane right now?
I'm not. I just try and dig it one day at a time. We're all kind of facing this crazy storm. I feel like I'm very lucky. I'm healthy and I've got a roof over my head, so I can't really complain. I've got a good supportive family and great friends who are always on the end of the phone. So we just try and be there for each other as much as we can.
Tell me about any pets you have.
Unfortunately, I don't have any pets right now. My beautiful little miniature schnauzer, my second one, Arnold, he passed away last year, and I was absolutely devastated. And I'm not quite ready to replace him just yet. Well, he'll never be replaced because he's always going to be here in my heart and in my head and all my memories.
What are you enjoying on your TV or streaming right now?
I absolutely love Schitt's Creek. It is just so easy to watch. It is so light-hearted. It's funny and it's just such a great escape right now. So I have been thoroughly enjoying kind of spending my days watching that. I also watched Greenland with the Scottish actor Jerry Butler recently. It's a disaster movie, so it's not the most uplifting thing to watch, especially at this time in these crazy years. But it was a good movie nonetheless.
What did you have for dinner last night?
Um, I am very lucky that my husband does all the cooking, and then we get the recipe boxes delivered. So last night we had like a Thai chicken curry thing with rice and loads of vegetables, and it was delicious.
What food do you consume too much of?
Chocolate, definitely. I cannot get enough of it. All of the Easter eggs are in the shops now. It's only February, and I just cannot say no to a bag of mini eggs or to a cream egg. So I'm just constantly eating them right now, which is not good.
What's the most unusual thing you have eaten?
The most unusual thing I have eaten. I don't think I eat anything that unusual. I mean, I love food and I'm not fussy, but I wouldn't really be that into eating weird things, I don't think. Um, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm quite intrigued by these kind of sweet pizzas you can get, like pizzas with like chocolate spread on them. I've not tried it yet, but I think that'll be next in line for me.
What recently made you laugh out loud?
Somebody sent me a message on social media to tell me that they were having work done on their teeth and they went into the dentist with a picture of my teeth to say that that's what they wanted. And I just couldn't get that idea out of my head of somebody going in with a photograph of teeth to say this is what I want. I'm not sure that's how it really works in a dentist, but it made me smile anyway.
How would your friends describe you?
Oh gosh, my friends would probably say really cheeky, horrible things about me just because that's what we do to each other. We wind each other up. But I think if they were being serious, they would probably say that I was supportive and thoughtful and very loyal. So I pride myself on that.
If you had a warning label, what would yours say?
Um, Oft, I'm not sure one label would be enough for me. It would probably say liability. No, I think I can be a little bit obsessive. Sometimes I get into something and then I just obsess over it. Right now it's not really a bad thing, but I absolutely love kind of lifting weights and doing my exercise. So it's probably something that I spend quite a lot of time talking about, and not a lot of people are that interested in it.
Which song do you wish you had written?
Oh gosh, there's so many songs that I listen to that I think, oh, I wish that I had written that. But I think one that always comes back to me time and time again is Imagine by John Lennon. I just think the words are incredible. I think the sentiment behind the song is so beautiful, and I've never failed to be moved by that song anytime I've heard it. So it would be quite cool to have had that in my repertoire.
What music do you enjoy?
I have a very kind of eclectic musical taste. I will listen to anything, everything really. I love music that gets your toes tapping. I'm not a big fan of the ballads. I feel like right now there's a lot of slow, kind of depressing ballads about, and kind of I wish for the up tempo stuff a bit more. My first ever concert was Michael Jackson, and right now I love artists like Bruce Springsteen, or I love kind of more kind of unknown bands like the War on Drugs or Future Islands. But I'll listen to everything and anything really.
You are an ambassador for Scotland. What's so great about it?
Oh gosh. I mean, right now there's a lot of snow here, so if you're somebody that likes snow, then that's a real plus point. I think in Scotland we're just very lucky. It's just such a beautiful country, but you can have the best of both worlds. Where I am, just outside of Glasgow, I have a great, vibrant city that's incredible for live music. I have that right on my doorstep. But if I go in the other direction, I've got mountains and the beautiful outdoors, and it doesn't take long to get to the middle of nowhere and to feel just this immense kind of nature around you. I think just the country is beautiful, and the people are great as well. Very down to earth and very funny. We have a very good sense of humour.
What's the most daring thing you have ever done?
I am not daring at all. I am a scaredy cat, and I don't like doing anything that is out with the rules. I don't like to break rules. I think probably for me, I went on holiday with my husband to Florida, and he is such a thrill seeker, and I am not. I was always the person that would stand and hold everybody's coats for them whilst they went on the crazy roller coaster. But because he had no one else to go on with, I forced myself to go on every single ride, all these horrible upside down rides, and I was terrified and I was shaking and it was horrific, but I still done it.
If you could jet off anywhere tomorrow, where would you go?
If I could jet off anywhere tomorrow, I mean, I don't think I'd be picky. I think it would be quite nice to just go anywhere. So if there was the option to go anywhere that wasn't sitting in my living room all day long, then that would be very exotic. I think that if I could choose, I'd love to go somewhere like the Maldives. I've been very lucky that I've been there before, and it is just paradise. I think I could probably just go and live there and never worry about the kind of crazy world of the real life ever again.
How many pairs of shoes do you own? And is it too many?
I own a lot of shoes. My thing is boots. I love big, chunky boots. The chunkier, the better. Um, I couldn't tell you exactly how many because I've not counted them, but there's probably about 200 maybe. I'm not sure. And it probably is too many, but I'm quite good at having a clear out. Luckily, my mum is the same size as me. Some of my friends are the same size. So I'm very good for every few months. I chuck all my clothes that I don't wear anymore and shoes and stuff into bin bags and give it out amongst my friends and my family, and they get to kind of choose what they want.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
I wish I could stop myself from worrying about everything. I worry about everything. I get myself worked up into a stupor sometimes, and a lot of the time I'm worrying about stuff that hasn't happened or stuff that doesn't even happen. And it's just so annoying, but like as much as I try, I can't seem to shake it. But I really would love to get rid of that side of me. Sometimes I make myself so nervous. I'm fine with doing gigs, but anytime I've got to do live TV or a live kind of radio session or anything like that, I work myself up into such a stupor that it's just not very enjoyable. So I'd love to be able to change that.
If you could eject one person into outer space, never to see them again, who would it be?
Um, oh gosh, I mean, there's probably quite a lot of people that I would eject into outer space if it meant we never had to see them again. Um, I don't know. I mean, for me, somebody like Michael Gove, and he's Scottish as well, and every time I hear him speak, I just absolutely cringe and just want to tell everybody that we're not all like that. So I think he'd probably be first on my list.
Tell me a joke.
Um, so, oh gosh, a joke. I can't remember. Um, a man goes into a doctor's and he says, "Doctor, you need to help me. I feel like I'm turning into a moth." And the doctor says, "Oh, it sounds like you need a psychiatrist. Why did you come in here?" And the man says, "Because your light was on." Terrible.
What do you wish for in 2021?
Probably the same as everyone. Hopefully, crossing all my fingers that the vaccine rollout continues to go well and we start to see a real difference, and hopefully by summer we can have a bit of our kind of normal lives back again, and we can have something to look forward to and something to hope for again.
Amy, that concludes your questions. Thank you for taking part in the Spencer Dispenser.
Thank you.